What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Game Point, and today's video is going to be a little bit different format than the ones I've been doing. Normally I have something central around a theme or a question, but today I'm going to focus on your hot takes and react to them. I had put out a question asking for your hot takes on both my Twitter and on my YouTube page. If you saw it and responded, thank you. If you haven't, get on that next time, y'all. I'm trying to get these hot takes up. I'm trying to have fun. But I have my Twitter will be linked in the description, and I'll have the handle in the top right corner. But without further ado, let's get into these hot takes, starting with the first one. Joel Embiid sucks, and James Harden is a bum. Woo! All right, these are hot takes. Okay, I don't know how or by what metric you're using to say Joel Embiid sucks. The man is averaging 31 points a game. I know he's had two 40-point games. He had a 59, should have been a 60-point game. He really should have three 40-point games in the 60-point game. Averaging 31, his three ball's not falling quite yet, but defensively, he looks sensational. I know Giannis is leading the league with the highest defensive rating, but that's just because Joel has missed a bunch of games. If Joel had played enough games, he would actually be leading the league in defensive rating and would probably be the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. So I don't know by what metric you're saying Joel sucks. He looks sensational this year. And then as far as James Harden being a bum, Harden's played really well. Harden's played well the entire year. He's putting like 22, 10, and 7, something along those lines. Again, his three isn't falling just yet, but that's kind of the James Harden experience. It'll get better over time. It'll start to fall. Starting the season, he was shooting really well. James looks sharp. He orchestrates the entire offense. The team looks completely different when he's not in the game versus when he's in it. He has the game on a string. I don't know how Harden is a bum unless you're saying he should be scoring 36 a game. Then yeah, I guess by that metric he'd be a bum. But I don't see how James is a bum or how Embiid sucks this year. That's beyond me. But nah, I don't agree with this one. I can't ride with those two being bums. The Baltimore Ravens won't make it past the first round of the NFL playoffs. That's actually very possible, and it hurts me to say that because I like Lamar. But when you look at it, the Ravens are third in the AFC at the moment with an 8-4 record, and the way the bracket is matched up, if the season ended today, they would play the Miami Dolphins. And the Ravens, that's a team that's known for blowing leads and known for giving up a bunch of points. You don't want to play a team that can do that can essentially, as your kryptonite, can score a ton of points really quickly with Tua, Jalen, Tyreek. So yeah, if the season ended today and the Ravens had to face If the Ravens had to face the Miami Dolphins, they would be in trouble. It would be in their best interest to keep winning if the Dolphins were to lose. But yeah, I could definitely see the Ravens losing in the first round should they be matched up against a team like the Miami Dolphins. All right, staying with the Baltimore Ravens. Should the Ravens move on? Seemed Huntley did just as good, if not better than Lamar, and would be a lot cheaper option for the team to build around. All right, I mean, it's your hot take. You should be telling me that they should move from Lamar, but to answer your question, absolutely not. I'm putting this as a thumbnail. This is going to be the thumbnail for the video. No. You do not move on from MVP Lamar Jackson, who was the heart and soul who you built the team around for success, for Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley is a solid young quarterback. But we got to get this misconception that just because a guy comes in and plays well that the defense did not scout for or really has a full idea of how this guy plays and completely wrecks the defensive game plan and comes in and wins a game, that now he's on the same tier as the quarterback who's literally been backpacking this franchise for years. No. You do not. And the thing is, like, when he played last year, Tyler was 1-3 as a starter. And then the other day, he beat the Broncos. He had to score 10 points to do it. Like, it wasn't... The Broncos have a good defense, but yeah, they'll hold you to 10. But the offense ain't going to score but 9, so it's not like he had to beat some juggernaut of a team. So, nah, it's a cheaper option because it's a worse option. Like, it's cheaper for a reason. The value... You pay Lamar, you pay quarterbacks what you believe they can do for you, right? Lamar has a much higher ceiling than what Tyler Huntley would give the Ravens. So no, you do not. This was a bit long response, but no. You do not get rid of Tyler Huntley because he's cheaper and looks the same in one game in which you filled in for Lamar Jackson and say Lamar should go. No. If the Ravens did that, burn the whole organization down. Anthony Davis will win MVP, I'm assuming he means this year, and the Magic will win a ring in 5+ years. Okay, so Anthony Davis winning MVP. AD has been on a historical tear the past 9 games, and as a Laker fan, it has been amazing to watch. And this is the tricky thing about the MVP award, which I've talked about in my Kobe video. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check that out. I'll put that in. That's going to be one of the thumbnails at the end of the video. You'll see it at the end. Just go ahead and click on that. It's a good watch. Of course, as a player, he would deserve it so far. If he keeps this up, then yeah, he would be the leading candidate. I don't know if the Lakers are going to win enough games, though. I don't know if we're going to win enough games for him to win the award, because when you look at it, AD's playing great, but so is Giannis, so is Luka, so is Jason Tatum, who are also Devin Booker, who are also MVP candidates and are Devin Booker's number 1 in the West, Tatum's number 1 in the East, Giannis is like 2 or 3 in the East. Luka, he's lower, but I mean, that man's playing out of his mind. So, unfortunately, while Anthony Davis, from a talent perspective, would deserve it, I don't know if the Lakers will win enough games for him to win it. As far as the Magic winning a ring in 5+ years, 5+ is a long time. I'm just gonna go ahead and cap it at 5, because 5+ could be 10, 15, 20, but 5 years from now, that's I don't know. Just because of the fact that when you look at the Magic, it's not like they have a ton of draft picks like other teams, like the Houston Rockets, who, if you don't know about that, check that video out too as well. Shameless plug. But the talent-wise, the Magic have, I think, like the 3rd or 4th worst record in the entire league, so they're right there in the Wembanyama sweepstakes, and they're actually worse than I thought they would be, but they got time. It's only a quarter of the way through the season. But do I think the Magic will win a ring in the next 5 years? Ugh, that's tough. It's tough. They have some players, but I don't know if they have the assets or the draft capital to really swing the pendulum in their favor to where they could go and get somebody to help them win a championship. But if they do, that'd be amazing, but I don't see them winning the next 5 years. Paul George is not and never has been the man that everyone thinks he is. I don't know how you know Paul George on a personal level and know what type of man he is. I'm assuming you mean he's not the hooper or the player you think he is. Unless you know Paul George, then I mean, hey, you got it, because I ain't never met that man. But as far as the player you think he is, it depends on what the general consensus is around Paul George. I think Paul George is an elite two-way player who struggles with consistency, especially in them playoffs. But talent-wise, I mean, Paul George is one of the most talented players in the league. Got a handle, can score, elite defensive player, and I'll add my own hot take. Paul George is one of the best three-point shooters the game's ever seen. The man shoots, he got to be top, 12, 15? Shoots 38% on 6-7 attempts a game, can take you off the dribble, can catch and shoot. It don't matter. Paul George is a marksman of a three-point shooter. Not the player people think he is. I guess there was a lot of hype when he was teamed up with Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers, and they ain't accomplished anything. So if you look at it like that, and he has had quite a few choke jobs, even last year when they said he was better in the playoffs, he was alright as a whole. He had his moments where he was good. He has moments where he was average. And he had moments where it was there go playoff poo again. But I guess I can ride with this. It depends on who we're talking to, right? Me, I don't think that highly. I acknowledge his skill, but I don't think Paul George is him. I don't think he's that man's. But Paul George is a good player. So it really just depends on who you talk to about this. So I guess. Giannis is going to be top 5. I don't think that's a hot take. I wholeheartedly believe that. I think Giannis could be top 5. Look, y'all, we're dealing with a player who's was he 27? Giannis is 27. He has 2 MVPs, a Defense Player of the Year award, a Finals MVP, has, I don't care what metric you try to use, had one of the 4 greatest Finals performances in NBA history. Has been the best player in basketball for 3 years now, going on 4. And on top of that, when you look at what he does, scoring, defensively, his playmaking ability. Real talk, if Giannis can go ahead and, let's say he's been in the finals once, if he can go 3 more, let's say 4 more times. If Giannis can go to 4 more finals, win 3 of them, and if he can get 1 more MVP, yeah, he top 5. At that point, I don't even think it's a debate. He top 5 if that happened. Because that would make him, a 4-time champion? 4-time champ, 3-time MVP. Of course, we'll assume he wins all those Finals MVP, so it'd be a 4-time champ, 4-time Finals MVP, Defense Player of the Year award winner, and 3-time MVP. Yeah, Giannis would be top 5. I think he can be, and that's all very possible. Yeah, I think Giannis would be top 5 when it's all said and done. Kyle Kuzma is the guy the Wizards need to build around. I mean, like, I'm not trying to play. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Why would you want that? Like, build around. Look, Kuz is a fine player. He's gotten better. Honestly, if we could get Kuz back on the Lakers, I would welcome him with open arms. He's gotten better since when he left us. But what does Kuzma do well enough for you to want to build around him for? Like, he can score, but he doesn't score that well. He can rebound, doesn't rebound that well. He plays solid defense, but not great defense. He's not really a passer. Like, when I think of like young guys to build around, you think about Ja, who has an elite skill set that you can build a team around. You think about Luka. You think about Giannis. You think about guys like Jalen Green, right? Those guys, younger, you want to build a team around. I don't know what Kuzma does well enough to say, yeah, we're gonna build a team around Kuz. Like, what's the build of the team? Like, if we build around Kuz, what does that look like? I don't know what that looks like. So, nah, I wouldn't build a team around Kuzma, but I ain't gonna use this whole session to fry Kuzma. Kuzma has gotten better. Shouts out to Kyle Kuzma. It'd be nice to have you back on the Lakers. Eagles number 1 and Lakers in 5. Well, I mean, Eagles being number 1 is not really a hot take. You do have the best record in the entire league, and you're great on both offense and defense. Defensively, you could do a little bit better at stopping the run. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, I don't even think that's a hot take. That's like a very, that should be the general consensus. Yeah, Eagles look like they could beat anybody. Lakers in 5. Whoo! Okay, look, man. All right, look. I wish that was true. I know I said, and I'm not even gonna do that to myself. Look, if it happens, tears will run down my eyes. I'd cry. I'd cry like never before if we won a championship this year. How about like Lakers 5th seed, maybe? But Lakers win the championship in 5. All right, and that's gonna do it for today's hot takes. If you want to be a part of this in the future, like I said, you can go ahead and comment some of your hot takes below in the comments section. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, what your thoughts are, or some other future hot takes you have. And be sure to follow a Twitter account, and you can either message me some hot takes, or if you want to comment under one of my posts. My Twitter is pretty, as the kids say, pretty lit. I try to live tweet during games, NFL, NBA, retweet a bunch of sports stuff, so it's really interesting if you want to look at that. And on my YouTube page as well, go ahead and put hot takes under there or whatever you're feeling. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video.